May we start with an injury update? There's a few maybe on your list of how everybody is, and perhaps specifically Christian and Anthony.
Anthony Martial, he's not available. He's back on the pitch, but not in the team training. Christian Eriksen returned in the team training today, and we have to see how that works out, how he will recover, if he has tomorrow the energy, so we have to wait for that.
Have we any updates with of Harry and Donny and Aaron maybe?
They could progress all, and they will return all in team training this week.
That's good news, isn't it? May I ask you about Antonio Conte? I know you've never faced him as a manager, at least. I'm just wondering if he's somebody that you've maybe met away from the pitch, and what you think of him as a manager.
He's a fabulous manager. He's winning titles, trophies with in the Premier League, in Italy, and you can really see his signature in the match from his team, and that's a big compliment, I think.
Sandra, please.
Eric, I just wanted to follow up. With Christian, obviously he's going to be potentially facing his former club. Has his impact at United even surprised you, just quite how good he's been?
No, because I know him a long time. Because everyone knows he got developed in Ajax. So I knew him from the Netherlands, but also we faced him. So as a manager, I faced him. So I know his capabilities, and I was so happy that we could sign him. And I think he proved from the first day how important he is for our game.
And just on injury updates, we haven't had an update on Brandon Williams and Axel Tuanzebe for a while. Do you think they'll be available before Christmas, or is it going to be after the World Cup?
I see good progress with Brandon Williams. He returned on the pitch, individual base. Axel is still in, working inside, so he's not back on the pitch. I think it will be difficult for Axel to return before Christmas. So Brandon probably, let's say, not talk about back in the squad for the games, but probably in the training for the team training.
Just on Ronaldo being taken off at the weekend, he seemed very upset. I suppose that's a good thing, because a player wants to play football. But is he? How's he feeling? Is he happy? Continued rumours about his future.
I think non-player is happy when he get off, and especially not Ronaldo. I understand that. As long as it is in a quite normal way, no problem with that. He has the convincement he should stay on and he should score a goal. That is why he's that good.
He scored a hat-trick in this fixture last season, so is that in your thoughts ahead of starting him maybe tomorrow?
It's in. I know it, but and of course you also when you make a lineup, several facts you count on, but also other facts you take count on.
Eric, can you give us your response to the fact that Manchester United have been charged over the behaviour of their players, your players, on Sunday?
And what's the question?
Can you give us your response to the fact?
My response?
Yeah.
To the charge? Yeah, it was, I must say, I don't think it was too strong. It was, I think they don't want really aggressive, but I don't know what's happening exactly on the pitch, because for me it was too far away. I have seen it back on video, and so there was a touch from the player from Newcastle. That was quite clear, and then they go to the ref to ask about. Okay.
Could you just give us your thoughts? There's been a lot of debate in this country about referees and respect, and how that feeds down to the very lowest levels of the game, where children play and referees get abused because they're on their own. It wasn't the worst incident at the weekend, but your team chased after a referee, and that looks not great. What is your view of that, and the example that's setting to younger players who are just starting to play football?
First of all, and I want to express that we have always accept the referee's decisions. But it's also quite normal that you ask why. In the moment it was a curious incident that you ask as a team why. But what my view is, finally, and quite quick, you have to accept. It's the referee's decision, it's a VAR, so okay, then you accept it, and then you have to move on. And you are right, we are example for amateurs, we are example for youth, professional players, quite clear. So we have to know our role, and but it's also about professional football. So once again, when it's a decision like this, and once again, it was quite obvious. The player touched the ball from Newcastle. And so our players took advantage from it. And that you ask, so why? But then I think, so when he explained, then it's, and it has to be quite soon, then it's done, clear.
Eric, you've got a crazy month of fixtures and then the World Cup starts. This season is different to all others. How do you prepare differently? How do you look medium term, longer term at the state of your squad and the like state of the players?
Yeah, from the start of the season, we did that. We tried to plan that, to the overload on players. And you see around with many clubs now, injuries are coming up. And you can't avoid everything because it's top football. In top football, they go to the limits and injuries will come. But with this many games and in a long season, and also what's a huge problem is players don't get a break in summer. So there's so huge overload on the players, so they can't recover. You have to manage that, and you have also to protect the players as a manager. To get the best out of them, not only from the risk of injury, but also to keep them in the right form, and also to keep them in the right form in the end of the season. And so I think you have to rotate. You need a squad. You need more than 11 players, so you have to rotate to keep everyone fresh, to what I said, to avoid big injuries as much as you can, and to get them in the right shape and to keep them in the right shape, in the right form.